Hey guys, in today's episode, we're going to be making mayonnaise. And not only just mayonnaise, but we're also going to be making a dipping sauce that could be used on salads. It could be used on, hell, you could even use it on tacos. You could even use it on a quesadilla. So guess what? Today, we're going to be making a salad, a quesadilla, and the two different sauces that come with it. All right, stay tuned. So let's start with mayonnaise. Have you ever wondered what's in mayonnaise, at least from the store? So I'll read you some of the ingredients. Soybean oil, water, whole eggs, distilled vinegar, egg yolks, salt, sugar, lemon juice concentrate, calcium, I guess this calcium disodium is used to protect quality. And then natural flavors. You could actually make mayonnaise with 4 ingredients: avocado oil, apple cider vinegar, some eggs, and a pinch of salt. And honestly, it takes about 30 seconds to make it. And I'm going to show you. I like using a mason jar. And what I love about mason jars is that you already have measurements along the side. So you have cup measurements here. So instead of messing around with a cup of oil and eggs, you could just literally take the measurements off this jar and call it good. The last thing you need is an emulsifier. This one in particular is from KitchenAid. I love this. And so the concept here is that you're going to add whole eggs. You're not just adding the yolks, you're adding whole eggs to this jar. Another great thing about having a jar is that you could just pop a lid, stick it in the fridge, and you're good. So in this case, we're going to add 2 eggs. Now, store-bought eggs, just as a disclaimer, are already pasteurized. These eggs are from my chickens, so just be cautious about this. But if you buy store-bought eggs, they're already pasteurized. So we're going to start with 2 eggs, whole eggs, and we're going to add some avocado oil. And we're going to do 1 cup. So here's our measurement there. So we're going to get to the 1 cup line. And that's pretty much it. What you want to do is you're going to want to cradle the yolk with this little cage. And what you want to do is trap it as best as you can, like so. And you want to keep this just like this and not agitate it. You want to keep it, and you're going to see at which point that this becomes thicker and at which point you need to start agitating your wand here. So I'm going to hit it and let's see how long it takes. At this point, as you can see, it's completely white and there's just a little bit of oil hovering on top. I think this is the time that you could add your salt, which is a small little pinch of salt, really, and a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. If you don't like apple cider vinegar, you could use lemon juice. At this point, you start agitating. That is it. This is literally mayonnaise. When you put this in the refrigerator, you cover it up with your lid, put it in the refrigerator, and within a couple hours, this will get thicker. It'll be just as thick as this jar of mayonnaise here. And that is it. So really, if you have avocado oil and you have some eggs and you have one of these emulsifiers from KitchenAid or whomever, you could make your own mayonnaise in about 30 seconds or less. Why stop at just regular mayonnaise when you could make it a spicy mayo, right? So if you want to make some burgers and you want to add some flavor, you know, you could add some chipotle in here. You could add some seasoning of your choice. I actually like to use some Ranger seasoning from Just a Tip. This has a nice smoky, garlicky spice to it. And I usually just put about a tablespoon of this seasoning. If you want to get a hotter consistency, then I suggest you do Comanche Moon, which is a habanero based. It's not really that hot, but the great thing about these seasonings that they're low in salt. So you could actually add more to this without fearing over salting it. And also that's how you control the spiciness. So let's just hit this real quick. And there you have it. Like I said, once you refrigerate this, this would get a lot thicker. Kind of sets at that point. And this here now is the base for a lot of your sauces, to include salad dressings. So now that we have our mayonnaise, well, why not make a salad dressing? And just like ranch and blue cheese, these two salad dressings are not exclusive to just salad. You use ranch dressing with chicken wings. You also use it on pizza. I mean, that's a whole different topic. But why don't we just build our own sauce that could be used across everything, to include tacos, quesadillas, and salad? So here we are. We have cilantro, and we have some serrano peppers, some lemon, or I'm sorry, some lime, and avocado. Let's begin with the ingredients. So let's take our cilantro. This has already been washed. This is about one bunch, if you will. You could use one serrano. Jalapeños are not really that hot these days, but I like it spicy, so I'm going to use 2 serranos. We're going to use a whole lime. And of course, we're going to use our avocado that I already pre-sliced here. Then we're going to go ahead and emulsify this thing. And it does squirt at you. Taste. Oh, this is great. It does need some salt. So we're going to add some salt. Now, at this point, this is up to you. You could add a little bit more avocado oil, or you could then add the mayonnaise that we've already made. Also, if you wanted a little bit more garlicky, you could add some more of this seasoning, which, of course, I'm going to do so. Teaspoon of it, that's all I need. And one last thing is that we're going to add some pumpkin seed. These have already been toasted and salted. We're just going to add a pinch of it. And there you have it. Now you have this nice, thick dressing. So now that we have the dressing base, let's add some of our mayonnaise that we just made. And I would say add a cup of it. That's about a cup. You could either use the emulsifier to mix this. I'm just going to fold it a couple times here, make sure we get all the way to the base. So at this point, you have now completed your sauce. And the next thing we're going to do is I want to showcase this by making a couple dishes. I'm going to make a quesadilla with some of the leftover smoked chuck roast that we made the other day, and also a salad, a chicken salad, Caesar salad, a chicken Mexican Caesar salad. So that's what is happening next. Now that we have made our sauce, why not try a quesadilla with it? So here we have some of the chuck roast that we smoked the other day. And so on this flour tortilla, let's just add the chuck roast to the bottom. That way this kind of gets hot first, then the cheese will melt over it. Then some of our leftover Oaxaca cheese from our queso fundido from the other day. So behind me I have a nice hot skillet waiting for this. So in the meantime, and we are going to, this is such an awesome sauce. Again, look at the thickness on this. Due to having apple cider vinegar, the vinegar will act as a preservative, a natural preservative. So here we have it. I think I need help with this here. Let's cut this open and see what it looks like. This. Here you have it. This is just one of many. Man, these are hot. I'm gonna wait a little bit because last time I bit down into one of these, the roof of my mouth started peeling right afterwards. Molten cheese. But this is it right here. Anything special? Well, the sauce. I haven't tried the sauce yet with pizza, but I have tried it in tacos, breakfast tacos, like for breakfast, brisket tacos, quesadillas, salad dressings. I'm sorry, salad dressing, salads. My God, the lime comes through, the subtle spiciness of the Serrano peppers, the tanginess of the mayonnaise, the vinegar. I mean, this is an awesome sauce. I'm telling you, I think I need to taste it and try it on pizza. Everyone is already doing it with ranch. I haven't tried this with chicken wings either, but I think I need to do that. This is so good. Well, let's start making this salad. Get your greens of choice. This is a spring mix that I found at Costco. I like it. I grilled up some chicken thighs the other day. The other day meaning like 2 hours ago. Look at how quick and simple. For those who like to meal prep for the week, this is an awesome way to do so. So we're gonna make a Mexican Caesar salad, which usually has Parmesan cheese in it. So we're gonna take some of our dressing. We're just gonna add somewhat. You could add as much as you want. How about that? Add a little bit of Parmesan cheese, some toasted pumpkin seeds. I think I did an overkill with this. I did an overkill. This is complete overkill. This is ridiculous what I'm doing right now. But you know what? This is what I had. Chicken. Hey, why not add some more Parmesan cheese? Why not? It's not gonna kill you. And why not? Let's just layer this thing like we normally would, right? And there you have it. A quick, easy Caesar salad, Mexican Caesar salad. Cheers. I'm telling you, sorry, the texture of the pumpkin seeds, the acidicness of the lime, the apple cider vinegar, the smoothness of the avocado, like that creaminess that comes in. This is amazing. And how long did it take us to do this? Besides all of my rambling on, I think this only took us about 2 minutes to make. Think about it.